Hey y'all, I am sitting in the parking garage in Boston. I just got done with my consultation with the urologist, Dr. Whitner. So back when I saw Dr. Citrullo, the plastic surgeon, he said, okay, next steps, meet with the other two, and then we'll get back together and go from there. Excuse me. I just scarfed out a bunch of food because I was so hungry. I got there like an hour early, and then he was like half an hour late, so I just sat around for a while. But yeah, back when I saw Dr. Trullo in June, he said schedule with the other two and go from there. So I said, okay, I'm gonna call both places, get it figured out. What I really need to do is see the gynecologist because my first step needs to be hysterectomy and vaginectomy. So, but my consult with her is not till December 23rd because that's how far out her schedule is. And they had an opening with this guy for August, so I just took the first one. They gave me the first one. I should have tried to put them together. I tried to call and move his to the same day as hers, but they didn't. He didn't have anything that day, and I was like, I don't want to mess up that one. I need that one, so I just kept this one. Realistically, I probably could have canceled this and waited, but now I know. So I think, let me backtrack. With the program, it's like super, it's not new, but like there's a lot of patients finding them and wanting to go through the process with them. So I think they're kind of like doing a program overhaul, and some of us are just kind of like caught in the shuffle of it all right now because it's like he almost seemed confused why I would meet with him now when I still need to have hysterectomy first. I could just kind of tell he was just kind of like, oh, why did you come now? He never said that directly, but it was just kind of like he seemed surprised that I was there at this point when I still need to do that first. Because he's like, yeah, the next step would be to go talk to her. Like, I can't really do anything for you yet. I mean, he explained to me what his role is, stuff like that, and asked me what my main priorities were with the surgery, and I said standing to pee, which is, his area, obviously. So he's explained to me, the surgery process, where he would fall into it, stuff like that. It was helpful, but I know a lot of the information from the Facebook group that I'm in with people who have already seen him or are already going through stages. So it wasn't all that helpful to me personally. And at the end he was like, talk to her, schedule surgery with her, get that in, and then come back and talk to me. So it almost felt like a waste of my time to come down here and talk to him at this point. Because nowhere along the way did anybody say, hey, don't even bother seeing him until you've done the first part. That would have been helpful information. But I think there's just like a whole bunch of like not cohesive communication between the three surgeons involved, which is disappointing to me that I spend a day not working when I drove down here for the conversation to be something that I pretty much knew all the information, which it's not his fault that our Facebook group exists and that we all share everything that happens with each other, so we have much more information than they think that we have, so it's not like he was just reiterating what I already knew. He didn't know that I already knew that, and at one point he was talking about, he's like, like surgery is a really big, mental, emotional, physical undertaking. You just want to make sure you're prepared, and I'm like, if I'm at this point, like, yes, I am prepared. And I understand, again, why he was saying that. Some people go into it thinking it's going to be a breeze, and obviously it's a big deal. It's a lot of stages. There's a lot of stuff. But it's like I'm already in, like, emotional, mental, physical turmoil with my dysphoria. So to at least be going through some physical, mental, emotional turmoil to have a product at the end that is going to get rid of that piece of my life, worth it. Yes, it's going to be a really long, many months of struggling, but compare that to like the rest of my life without this struggle that I currently have, that seems worth it. So I almost felt like he was trying to dissuade me from it, which I don't think he was, but that's like how I was reading it. It's just weird. So mostly not a good use of my time today, to be honest, so that's a little frustrating, but he pretty much was like, try and get in with her as soon as you can. I was like, yes, my December appointment is the soonest they had, and I'm on a cancellation list. So, like, yeah, I'm trying my best here. He was a nice guy, and his resident was really nice. She came and did, like, intake questions with me, but For the most part, it was just kind of like, I could have waited to do this, I guess. Because I'm going to just have to come back and consult with him later. So, maybe I don't understand, like, why the program doesn't, like, try and coordinate their schedules in some way where, like, consults can fall all on the same day and you just see all of them and get them all out of the way rather than having to, like, shuffle around. It would make more sense to me if you want to get people through the program faster, you know, more cohesively. Why not have it set up where, like, they just have Tuesdays as their office days? That's when they meet with all the phalloplasty candidates, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know why, or if there's a reason behind the way it is, or if they're just trying to overhaul it. I don't have the answers. I just wish I just wish it was a little more cohesive for me. Anyway, that's the surgery update. I know I haven't been super active this year, like, at all. My biggest things have been surgery. That's, like, all I've been talking about on here. Han and I want to make more videos, and we're trying to get a house, so there's, like, a lot of moving parts, and I don't know, I just haven't, like, had any creative energy this year. I guess I'll make a separate video about that, but, yeah, I don't know, I just haven't felt like creating or sharing or anything, so, but I want to. I, like, miss making videos and stuff like that, and it's definitely helpful because I've been looking back at all of my old stuff, like from when I first was transitioning, and it's helpful to see mindset, so I should keep that up. So anyway, if you watched all this, thank you. Next step at this point is to meet with the gynecologist in December, which is, like, literally 5 months from now, which sucks because it's like everything just feels up in the air right now as far as when surgeries can happen and anything like that. So and my cramping has been getting worse and worse and worse. That's been another thing. So that's frustrating because I'm like, I want to meet with the gynecologist so I can get this shit out of me because it's fucking hurting me. But anyway, I'm gonna try and be more regular on here because I do miss it. So thanks for listening to me ramble. And if you have any questions, I can try and answer them if you're looking into the same process. I know it's hard to find information out there, but yeah, so hope you guys are having a good week. I'll talk to you next time.